What's up friends, DaVinci Resolve. This will be our 7th tutorial. How to export, render videos using this software. You know, for YouTube, a video should look like this, horizontal video. But for Instagram, a video should look this way, a vertical video, portrait. We will learn how to render both ways and also how to export a project so it can be used in another app. So you can start a project on Resolve and then finish it in Premiere Pro, Final Cut, Vegas Pro. Let's learn how to do these things using DaVinci Resolve. We have organized the tutorial in 4 parts. First, let's learn how to render a typical YouTube video at 16:9 settings. Then we'll see how to edit an entire timeline or arrange our in and out range of what is on the timeline. Our third step, how to create a video for Instagram, what the proper settings should be to create a vertical video, a portrait video for Instagram. And finally, how to export a project so it can be finished using another app like Vegas Pro 15. Let's get started. Okay, let's open our Resolve, and in this screen, let's select a previous tutorial, like our tutorial number 5. Double click on it to open in our first tutorial. Let's preview it. It was panning and zooming effect.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this episode of Be Organized. To subscribe to Refinery 29, click here, and to see more videos, click here. Bye!
Okay, let's export this. Let's create an MP4 or any other video file. As you remember, there is some kind of workflow among DaVinci Resolve tabs. This is the Edit tab where we are now. After you edit your video, your clips, you go to the Color Grading tab, apply the color grading you need using DaVinci Resolve tools. After you finish, you can use the Fairlight audio tools. And when you think your project is finished, it's time to go to the last tab, Deliver. Here is where you actually create a video file. You can then upload to YouTube or Vimeo or Instagram. Let's see how to do that. Let's start by creating a video for YouTube. Well, this is the Deliver interface. You have a timeline, you can position the marker and preview your project just before exporting. This project was created with 2 clips, so we see those clips here. Here is one, here is another. This is the clip panel, and you can disable it by clicking on this tab, Clips, Disable, Enable. Let's disable it to make some more space. Well, to deliver a video file, the first thing you do is establish its settings in this tab, Render Settings. You can use this drop-down arrow, this arrow, to enable more space so you can see all the settings you can apply. Remember, using this button. Well, you establish your video settings, format, codec, resolution, your audio settings, codec, bit depth, your file settings, the name of the file, if you want to create a subfolder, and things like that. After you finish this customizing, you click on Add to Render Queue, and then will appear a gap here in the queue, and you just click on Start Render to create the video file. It's very easy. But now we want to create a file for YouTube. Well, there are some kind of presets in DaVinci Resolve 14. There is a custom preset, a YouTube preset that has many options. If you click here on this down arrow, you see you can make videos of 720 pixels or 1280 pixels. These are the most used render settings for YouTube. Let's try with 720 pixels. Well, remember, video settings. By default, DaVinci Resolve creates QuickTime video files, but you could pick another, or you could use an MP4 format to render, or just use the default, the QuickTime format. Use the presets. These are alright. The truth is that DaVinci Resolve can create very high resolutions, even Ultra HD, like this. DaVinci Resolve is also able to create higher frame rates, but this is right. However, a typical resolution will be okay. Those are the video settings. Let's go to this audio tab, and you can select a codec, data rate, bit depth, and many other things. I don't used to change anything here. You go to File, and you can name the project. This project could be called tutorial file, as this is the video we created in our 5th tutorial. You can create a subfolder, and this video was created using 2 clips. This one, remember, was a picture, and this other clip that was a video. Well, you can create a single clip, like right now, a single video file, but you could also create individual clips. That way, DaVinci will create a single file for every clip in your project, in your timeline. But for YouTube, that doesn't make any sense. We just create a single clip, a single movie, a single video we can upload to YouTube. So now we have a name, a settings. There is just necessary now to establish the location where we want that video file to be. We click here on Browse, and you can select any folder you want to use in your computer. But actually, DaVinci Resolve has a preset folder. When you install the program, it creates a folder named DaVinci Resolve in your Documents folder. That's the default folder. Let's use this one. You click on OK. So for YouTube, select the YouTube preset, pick the resolution, and as long as YouTube recommends using MP4 files, I like to go to Video tab and switch the format, the default QuickTime MP4 file. So DaVinci will create a single MP4 file of 1280 by 720, a 16:9 ratio for YouTube. All the settings are ready. It's time to add to render queue. As I click here, a new tab will appear here on the queue. Add to render queue. And now this is the new tab. The video file will be named Tutorial 5 and will be saved at the DaVinci Resolve folder under Documents. Let's start rendering just by clicking here. Start render. And it's doing that. DaVinci Resolve is actually very fast rendering. This is the real time, just to let you see how fast this software is rendering, creating videos. And it's done. Where we can find this video file, tutorial file? Well, you know, we go to the Documents folder, DaVinci Resolve folder, and then you will see the tutorial file, an MP4 file. If you double click on it to open, you will see it's just a video file. On a typical 16:9 ratio, created using...
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this episode of Be Organized. To subscribe to Refinery 29, click here. And to see more videos, click here. Bye!
Let's come back to DaVinci and see 2 more things. As you may see, there are many presets. Like this one, YouTube preset. You can create a new one just by clicking on this tab, and any change you have applied here could be saved as a new preset just by clicking here, and the new preset will appear here. It is also possible and very useful that when you browse where to save your file, your desired appear listed here. Clicking on this tab, a new folder wouldn't do that. Let's cancel this. To create a new destination folder, you go to the first tab, this one, click here, Media tab, and then here you create a destination by right-clicking and add new location. Then when you add that location here in this panel, it will also appear here when you deliver under the browse options listed here. Let's close this, and now let's see another feature. You can actually choose among rendering everything on the timeline or rendering just a portion of what you have. Let's take a look at that. Let's come back to Resolve, and here in the Media tab, we have just edited a video. At first, it's just a picture with some panning and zooming, and then appears a video.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this episode of Be Organized. To subscribe to
Okay, this is about 13 seconds video. 14 actually. Well, you can choose to render all this video long or just a portion of it. How to do that? You can customize that on the Deliver tab. You go from the Edit tab to the Deliver tab, where you create your video files, and then go to this tab. In this drop-down arrow, you can choose among rendering the entire timeline or rendering just a range between in and out points. This is actually very easy. As long as the entire timeline is selected, DaVinci will render everything on the timeline. Then you customize the settings, the resolution, video settings, audio settings, file settings, and then render everything on the timeline. But you could also select an in and out range. What DaVinci is going to select is indicated, represented by this gray bar between these 2 points, this one and this one. Position the marker. This first area was created with the picture. Let's play this. You see? Only the picture. After this point,
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this episode of Be Organized.
Appears the video. What if I want to render only the picture part? Well, you create an input point by dragging this from the beginning to the drag this point to this moment. Position the marker over it to watch it just by dragging. And if you render right now, add to render queue, select the location, click on OK, appears on the queue, select it, and start render. DaVinci will only render that area of the video. So, in the in and out range rendering option, you define what area of the timeline will be rendered by dragging these points. You can manually dragging, but you could also use the I and O keys on your keyboard. For example, if I want this position, this moment to be the out point, I position the marker over it and press the O key on my keyboard like this, and that's it. If I want the in point over here, position the marker there and press the I key on my keyboard. It's that simple. And if you want to disable any out point, you just press Alt O, and if you want to disable the in point, you press Alt I, and as you can see at this moment, you have selected all the entire timeline, and DaVinci automatically established the entire timeline rendering option. To me, this is a very useful feature because when you're creating tutorial, let's come back to the Edit tab. Sometimes you make changes, apply changes to just one clip, to a specific moment of the video, and you need to render only that moment to show it on the tutorial, instead of rendering all the video. So when doing that, I go to the Deliver tab, select the area I want to render to show on the tutorial, and then create a video clip of that. Well, so far, we've only created videos in the typical 16:9 ratio of YouTube videos. You know, when you're creating a video for YouTube, the video is supposed to have this kind of proportion, a horizontal video. Anytime you open that video, it will look at this ratio, 16:9, and horizontal video. But when you're creating a video for Instagram, the video must be vertical, like this one, a portrait video. Let's learn how to do this right now. So remember, a YouTube video should look like this, a horizontal video, but an Instagram video should be vertical, like this one. How to create that using DaVinci Resolve? Let's open on Resolve, double click, it's opening, and on this screen, let's create a new project, and name it as you want to. I like to call this Instagram video, like this, and then create the project. From the beginning, I like to establish that this project, this video, is gonna be a vertical video. From here, you go to this place, to the scope, project settings, and by default, DaVinci will offer you a 16:9 YouTube video. Here, on the resolution, this time we won't select this horizontal video, but we're going up to create a custom video. So, with a custom timeline resolution, we need to fix this to a vertical ratio. The most used for Instagram is 1080 by 1350. And that's all. Remember, for Instagram, 1080 by 1350. And just save it. Now look what happened. If you import a video, let's go to File, Import Media, and let's import the video we created in our past tutorial, in our 6th tutorial. And let's click and drag it to the timeline, like this. First of all, you look at this, and as you can see, has the appearance of a cell phone's screen, because you have just established that in your project settings. 1080, 1350. And if you play the video from the beginning, position the marker, and let's play this. Okay, we want this to be at full screen. Well, use the knowledge you have from our previous tutorial. You just select the clip, enable the inspector, go to transform, and you can zoom in a little, this way. So it fits on a cell phone. Look at the size, the proportions of this video. If you play this, look at this. Just like made for a cell phone, for Instagram. Then you go from the Media tab to the Deliver tab and set the settings for the rendering. Let's use this arrow. On the Video tab, I prefer to use an MP4 file, a low frame rate. I don't touch the audio tools. Go to File and just give it a name. Instagram video will be okay. Establish its location, clicking on here, Browse, and I'm gonna save it on the default destination folder, DaVinci Resolve folder, on the Documents folder. Okay, add to render queue. Now we have this job on the render queue, and this is time to start rendering, clicking here. Look at the size of this video. Just done for Instagram. And it is done. Its name is Instagram video, and it's on the DaVinci Resolve folder on Documents. Let's go there, click, then Documents, DaVinci Resolve, and there you will find the Instagram video. Look at the size of the video. A YouTube video is horizontal, an Instagram video should be vertical. Double click to open and you will see it's just a vertical video. Very easy. So remember, creating videos for Instagram, before making the video, be sure to establish a 1080 by 1350 timeline resolution. If you like this resolution, this kind of preset, remember that it's also possible to use this tool, this control, and save this as a new preset. You click here, and this could be a preset for Instagram, so you call this preset Instagram 1, click OK, and now you have a new preset, the Instagram one. You can apply to any video just by clicking here. Automatically, Resolve will adjust the rendering to 1080 by 1350 timeline resolution. Also remember, on the Edit tab, you still can use all the tools we have learned and we will learn in the future. It's just that the Resolve video will be vertical. It is also possible that instead of exporting a video, you export the project. I mean, all the clips you have on the timeline to be used on other editing apps. That's exporting a project to other app. Let's learn how to do that. Okay, to explain how to export everything on the timeline to be using another video editor, let's reopen a project. Let's open a Resolve, and now let's use this project again. Let's reopen the project we created in our tutorial number 5. As you remember, this video was created using 2 clips, one with a picture and one with a video. But if we want to finish this project using another app like Premiere or Final Cut, Vegas Pro, HitFilm, how to export what we have on the timeline? There are many tricks you can apply here, but this is still a beginner tutorial, so let's do it the easy way. Go to the Deliver tab and export an XML. Let's export everything on the timeline, but this time the preset we're gonna use is not the YouTube or the Instagram we have just created, but Premiere XML. Let's use this one. So let's view the settings using this arrow. Let's use an MP4 as we have just learned. Let the audio file like that, and the file we're gonna use. Notice that there is no area to type the name because this is an XML. In this preset, DaVinci knows it must create individual clips. Let's establish a location. Let's go to Browse. Let's go to the default destination folder. I would like to create a new folder. Let's open this. Let's create a new folder. Add new folder, and let's call it Export XML. OK. Click on OK. So let's create a Premiere XML file. Add to render queue, comes here, and then start render, and DaVinci does its job. A few seconds later, the job will be done. Now let's go from the Deliver tab to the Edit tab. Click here. It's that simple. Now, if you use another software like Vegas Pro 15, it's opening Vegas Pro 15 Max, and let's import that. File, import, and now let's import. Watch out! DaVinci Resolve XML. Click here and go to that folder. Remember, Documents, DaVinci Resolve, Export XML, and then you will find a clip called Timeline. Double click to open. Vegas will ask you to match this clip. That's right. Open. It shows you a warning telling that nothing is perfect, but still, you see you have the same 2 clips, and if you position the marker, you can preview this.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching this episode of Be Organized. To subscribe to Refinery 29, click here, and to see more videos, click here. Bye!
That's it. We could also open that project XML using Premiere Pro, Final Cut, or HitFilm. We're not getting too deep, just a beginner tutorial. And if you like it, please remember, this is the 7th of a DaVinci Resolve playlist we're creating. If you're watching it from YouTube, down in the description, you will always find a link to all 4 DaVinci Resolve playlists. If you click on that link, YouTube will show you all the tutorials we are creating for DaVinci Resolve. This was the 7th. Our 8th tutorial will be overlaying videos. See you in the next tutorial.